Hi, I'm RAMCZYK, and here's my 2017 NFL redraft. Now, in the real draft, the Cleveland Browns selected Myles Garrett. But in my redraft, the Cleveland Browns are going to select Patrick Mahomes as their quarterback of the future. Yes, the Browns pass on a quarterback in the real draft. Yes, it's likely Hugh Jackson wouldn't know what to do with Mahomes the way Andy Reid has. And the Browns currently have Baker Mayfield, but in the spirit of this exercise, there is no way the Browns could pass on Mahomes. In the actual draft, the 49ers and Bears swapped the second and third picks. But as we established in our 2018 redraft, all trades made the day of the actual draft have to be thrown out. Because in the redraft world, well, it would just get messy if we did it. So this pick would still belong to the 49ers. And since the draft took place before the trade for Jimmy G, I'm going to go ahead and give the 49ers Deshaun Watson. This could start an alternate reality where Jimmy G ends up as the Bears quarterback. But why would that happen, since I still think the Bears should have taken Mitch Trubisky? Really? They probably didn't even need to trade up to get him, but that's neither here nor there. The Mitchening still happens in Chicago, and I'll just go ahead and say it. All three teams will be very happy with their quarterback selections. At number 4, the Jacksonville Jaguars still draft a running back, but this time it's Alvin Kamara. He might not be the straight-ahead runner that Leonard Fournette is, but Kamara brings an extra dimension as a pass receiver. And just for giggles, let's pretend it's the Jags who eventually trade for Jimmy G. Imagine that team. The Titans stay with the wide receiver with the 5th pick and go with JUJU SMITH-SCHUSTER. The Titans got this pick in a 2016 trade with the Rams, and they end up getting the best receiver in this class. What's really interesting to wonder here is, would Antonio Brown still be with the Steelers if this really happened? With the 6th pick, the New York Jets go defense once again, this time taking Myles Garrett, who went first overall in the real draft and has had a pretty good NFL career so far. So fire up the New York Sack Exchange once again. The Los Angeles Chargers went receiver in 2017 and will do so again here. But the guy that they grab is Cooper Kupp, who at least stays in Los Angeles. Kupp would be a target monster in this offense and form one of the best tandems with Keenan Allen. The Carolina Panthers selected Christian McCaffrey 8th overall for reals in 2017, and that is a pick we go with here as well. McCaffrey has put together solid seasons for the Panthers during his brief NFL career, and the future is bright. The Cincinnati Bengals follow with another running back at number 9 as they select Joe Mixon. The Oklahoma RB saw his stock tumble during the draft process, but he moves into the first round during the redraft. With no trades, the Bills stay at number 10 and are more than happy to take Marshawn Lattimore right here. He ends up being the perfect replacement for Stephon Gilmore, who bolted for the Patriots in 2017. The New Orleans Saints take George Kittle with the 11th overall pick. The Saints have looked for tight end help since Jimmy Graham was traded to Seattle. Kittle was amazing for second and third string quarterbacks in San Francisco. Imagine what he does with Drew Brees in New Orleans. The Cleveland Browns won't trade out of the number 12 spot, a pick they acquired a year earlier in the Carson Wentz trade, and use that pick to select Kareem Hunt. Think about it, Mahomes and Hunt together again. Maybe that would have been too much for even Hugh to screw up, but probably not. The Arizona Cardinals select Jamal Adams with the 13th overall pick. Adams, the Honey Badger, and Patrick Peterson would have formed a secondary even the Legion of Boom might have admired. At number 14, it's the Eagles, who got this pick after sending Sam Bradford to the Vikings. No, that actually happened in real life. In any event, the Eagles used this selection to take Derek Barnett. Good rookie season, and he was on his way up last year before getting hurt. So I will have the Eagles again using this pick on DB. At number 15, the Indianapolis Colts take Eddie Jackson. The Crimson Tide standout suffered an injury late in his college career and ended up going in the 4th round. That's not going to happen here as the Colts take the best safety in the draft. With the 16th pick, the Baltimore Ravens select TJ Watt as their edge rush presence of the future. Some have wondered if Watt would be just as good in another defense. I will confidently tell you he would be amazing in Baltimore. The Washington Redskins take Ryan Ramczyk with the 17th pick. Washington has needed some help on the offensive line, and he was one of the best to come out of this draft. The Tennessee Titans went with a wide receiver earlier in the draft, so they turned their attention to defense with their second first rounder, and at number 18, they take Tre'Davious White. He will eventually be paired with Malcolm Butler in the future. At number 19, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers tackle some of their defensive issues by going with Malik Hooker. He suffered an injury in Indy, but if he stayed healthy in Tampa Bay, he might be one of the best in the game. The Broncos go with Garrett Bowles at number 20. They got him in this spot in the real NFL draft, and while there were some other offensive linemen available, this still grades out as a pretty good pick for the team. The Detroit Lions select Kenny Golladay at number 21. You know, I really thought about going with Evan Ingram in this spot, but the Lions could never do anything with Eric Ebron, so why would Evan Ingram be any better? At number 22, the Miami Dolphins select middle linebacker Jarrad Davis. Now he struggles a little bit in coverage, but he has started to develop and would be a huge asset in the center of the Dolphins defense. The New York Giants select Jabril Peppers at number 23. Hey, look, the Giants got Peppers in the draft. Maybe now they don't have to trade OBJ. Yeah, who am I kidding? They're trading OBJ. The Oakland Raiders select Marlon Humphrey at 24. The Raiders have a number of needs in real life, but putting Humphrey at corner could solve a lot of the problems they have in the defensive secondary. Houston stays at number 25 since their trade never went down, so they go for cornerback Adoree Jackson, keeping him away from their AFC South rivals. The Seahawks are going to stay here at number 26, but the price has gone up for a player they got in the real draft, Shaq Griffin. The Central Florida cornerback has been a bridge from the old school to the new age Legion of Boom in Seattle. But Kansas City is still picking at number 27 since the trade for Patrick Mahomes never went down, but the Chiefs still get a dynamic offensive playmaker here with Tariq Cohen. And you know what? Something tells me offensive coordinator Matt Nagy is going to be able to design some fun plays for Cohen. The Dallas Cowboys draft wide receiver Mike Williams, 28th overall. Williams has started to come on pretty well here in his NFL career, and yes, I still see the Cowboys making a move for Amari Cooper, which means the Cowboys would have a couple of studs, Williams and Cooper, moving forward. At number 29, the Green Bay Packers select Budda Baker to roam the secondary. And given the offseason reports of the Packers' dysfunction, maybe this serene player can help bring some levity to the organization. The Pittsburgh Steelers take receiver Corey Davis at number 30. You have to wonder, what if Davis flourished so much that the AB departure was just inevitable? And eventually it was Corey Davis who was put on blast on social media. The Falcons moved up for Takk McKinley. They don't have to move up to nab him here though, and he still ends up going to the Falcons anyway. McKinley played all 16 games as a rookie for the Falcons and then led the team in sacks last season. And with the final pick in the first round, the New Orleans Saints are still in this spot because they traded Brandon Cooks to the Patriots. So the Saints go with Marcus Williams, a guy they actually drafted in the second round of the 2017 draft, but they will nab him here, which means that the Stephon Diggs play still happens and perhaps they end up with Leonard Fournette in the second round. There's a lot of fun things that can happen. I know you're ready to rip me apart for this, so feel free to unleash your barrage of knowledge in the comment section. You hear most analysts say they don't read the comments. Well, guess what? I do. And I'll even get in there and mix it up a little bit and try to defend my family's honor. You can also check out my personal YouTube page, Adam Rank NFL.